Hi everyone, welcome to our channel trafinhealducate and welcome to today's video. Today's video is about what is computer vision and what are the real world applications of computer vision. If you are new and exploring what is computer vision, and if you are interested, if you are fascinated about the term computer vision, then you have landed on the right video where I will keep it very short and simple, so it's easy for you to get started in understanding what is computer vision and how it is actually revolutionizing many of the activities that we are performing on a daily basis, how it is empowering human being, how it is how we are getting benefited out of using the computer vision technologies, right? So without wasting much time, let's move on to the next slide. So what is computer vision? In simple terms, it is a field of AI, right? With artificial intelligence gaining a lot of traction, this is a new field of of artificial intelligence where the computers are actually taking visuals from the world, physical objects, and they are feeding it to the digital systems, and then the computer or the digital system is actually identifying the objects, people, patterns, and then making a decision, right? So in simple terms, just understand it is an artificial intelligence field, and there are some definitely some machine learning models designed to work in the or help us in the computer vision technologies. So now if you just see, this is the simplest diagram or simplest implementation pattern followed by most of the computer vision applications, where there is a camera, which is, it can be your mobile camera, it can be your computer camera, it can be a CCTV camera, right? Anything that captures the physical world object and converts it into the digital format. Like all of you are by this time, you know, right? If there is a JPG file, PNG file, there are many other formats in which an image file is actually represented in a computer system. But from where that image is coming? That image is coming from a physical world, right? So a camera is basically taking an object, capturing the image, feeding it to the ML system, and then the machine learning algorithm is actually trained on such trained to recognize the objects. So there are so one model can do it all in today's world when there are multimodal world, right? So there are models who can do many things, but we will see like how it is also evolution has happened of computer vision when we see the real world applications. Some of the real world applications I will be telling in the next slide, but the ML model is actually trained to perform a certain action. Suppose you are feeding an image and you are asking an ML model what is the object in the image, right? So if it is an cat or it is a human being or it is an alien, so the ML model has in the past has actually been trained uh, with different images, with a huge number of images, right? And then based on that learning, it will try to give you a response. What image have you uploaded, right? Or it will, if it has been trained that if you upload a suspecting image, like if a person is trying to steal money from an ATM, and if the activities looks suspicious, then the ML model has been trained on the sequence of activities that actually happens when the theft is happening, right? So then the ML model will recognize your physical activity and then it will go and trigger a security alarm. So these are some real world applications we will see, but this is the simplest implementation diagram which is actually implemented by most of the computer vision systems, right? So now let us see what are the real world applications, right? So in insurance claims, so this is actually insurance sector was the very early adapters of the computer vision technology, where the claim process, right? So the previously the insurance companies were have a claim process, right? So when you, if you are claiming a medical bill, or if you are claiming your vehicle is damaged and you are claiming a insurance for that, then the usual process, one person will be visiting you the insurance come from the insurance company, they'll be visiting you, they'll be taking an image of your object or your vehicle, and they'll be sending it to the company, then someone would be verifying it, and then your claim will be processed. So which was a very lengthy process, right? So insurance companies actually came up with optical character recognition, or what they did is, whenever any person was uploading the images slowly with digital technology, they gave us the feature that you only upload the images of your medical bills or your vehicles, damaged vehicles. Then what used to happen is they deployed the ML models in the backend, which will actually verify whether the images that you have uploaded are genuine or not, based on based on the trainings they have given, because they have a huge database of claims which they have processed in the past, and how actually those images would look like and what were the patterns followed by those images. They already have a huge content with them, huge data. So using that, they actually trained the machine learning models, and the machine learning model was now powered enough to take a decision on the object that you the image that you are actually uploading, right? So in insurance industry, you will mostly see the optical character recognition, the content extraction from handwritten or scanned forms is actually a very good use case. Similarly, the claim management systems are mostly deployed with AI based ML models in the backend, where the images are actually analyzed by the ML model and the verification process is kicked off. So there is no manual intervention here. So they could save cost. Also, they could save the genuine claims also, and versus the fake claims also, they could take the call, right? So that is how insurance industries are actually getting revolutionized. If you didn't know about this, then this is a very good information that you should be aware of. Then comes the healthcare industry. Like, like with the advent of cancer and many other diseases that is actually coming up day by day, it is very important that the diagnosis happens at the right time and at the early time. So medical industry also started adopting medical computer vision in each and every aspect. For example, if there are CT scan report or MRI reports of a patient, and there is something suspicious, then the computer vision technology is already trained on the huge set of scanned reports, scanned images of the patients who actually were diagnosed with diseases, right? So there are already patterns established. So when a new when a new patient comes in with certain problems, then their medical imaging is done, the CT scan or ultrasound, all these are done, and then the report gets generated, right? So the computer vision models actually, ML models are actually able to help understand the pattern. If they find a pattern matching the nearest disease that is actually corresponds to that image, they are able to provide the diagnosis right away. So it is helping the person in the early diagnosis as well as cure also. So that is how. Also, we are doing continuous tests. So if you are doing your blood test in various labs and all over 6 months and 1 year, if your glucose levels are actually crossing a certain limit, then there is a possibility that you might get additional health issues also, right? So how, but you are not aware of it, you are only taking medications and all. But all these diagnostic reports, if combined and fed to a model, then it is able to give the proper diagnosis and medications, and also helping you in identifying the disease also. Then comes in the autonomous vehicles or driverless cars. So now you will see that there is a lot of research happening on how to come up with autonomous vehicles. So these autonomous vehicles are nothing but they are having the cameras, inbuilt cameras, which is actually navigating. While navigating, it is continuously capturing the images of the road, and it is identifying the objects, and then it is controlling the speed and direction of the vehicle. So that is actually a very advanced application of computer vision. And then coming to manufacturing, right? So manufacturing organizations are like, uh, are having a lot of machinery. It is a machine heavy industry, right? So manufacturing, so if there is a drug manufacturing happening, then there are cameras installed in the factories, which is actually continuously capturing the product images, and then it is sending it to the backend, or basically the machine learning model, which is actually understanding whether the label and composition and all the facts all the content on the packaging is actually right or wrong. And then if it is not finding a if it is not finding it right, then it immediately sends an instruction to the uh, line, which is actually the belt in on which the product is moving. It immediately sends an instruction and it removes that particular product. So in this way, the defective products are actually captured at a very early stage, then being captured at a later stage and leading to legal issues and all the and even harming anyone, right? So that is one application, and another one is predictive maintenance, right? So sometimes what happens is we run into the machineries are actually running into issues because of improper maintenance window, and it is getting missed due to many other manual errors, right? So even industries are now implementing computer vision technologies, where where all the parameters of the manufacturing equipment is actually continuously captured. The speed, the object, the cleanness of the object, the temperature of the object, everything is getting captured through camera as well as through sensors. And then the models deployed on the back end is actually able to take a call whether the manufacturing equipment requires a maintenance or not. If it is, then it immediately sends a notification to the maintenance team and it kicks off the maintenance process. So it helps saving a lot of time, as well as manufacturing time loss, as well as the company should will also companies are getting benefited because they are not missing out on any of their deliveries due to um, unpredictable machine failures. And last but not the least, the finance. In finance industry also, the insurance, the claims, and actually theft is the main theft or fraud are basically in the finance industry are very high priority activities, right? So if in India, if you see, I was really amazed that when we enter an ATM, now a cameras are actually installed. If you keep on wearing the helmet or mask for a longer time, then it gives a suspicious activity kind of impression to the, so the CCTV is continuously capturing your image and or your activities and sending it to the backend computer vision model, and then it is trying to understand whether your activities are looking suspicious or not. If it is looking suspicious, that it immediately sends back a voice